Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mr. Houston, and I am Caitlin's United States history teacher this year. So, my class, U.S. History, covers the end of the Civil War to the modern era in the United States. I focus on developing the critical thinking, reading, and communication skills of my students throughout the year so they can succeed in their future careers, whatever that may be. There's no explicit schedule of homework, but it may be assigned periodically, and students will work together and give presentations throughout the class. So far, I've had a very positive experience with Caitlin in class. She's a diligent worker who does very good work, and she works from bell to bell every single class period, and that's really all I can ask for. I would say her only weaknesses are that she does not like to work in groups, and she has some self confidence issues which lead to her second guessing or being unable to express herself in class. From my interactions with her, she does want to go to college and be successful, so I think it's important that we address her weaknesses so that she can do that. Based on what I've seen, Caitlin should definitely strive to get an A in my class. It's 100% possible for her. As I said, she's a diligent worker. She works bell to bell, and she tries hard in the class, even though it doesn't interest her all the time. But I do want her to participate in class or with classmates daily and make sure she gets all of her work done on time. So far, she has a little bit of struggles with work, so I give her some extended time. But I think we could work on maybe her getting a little less time and focusing more on the amount of time normally. If she can't do it, that's okay, but I think we should try. By participating in class, Caitlin's social skills will be built up, as well as her self confidence being built up, and she'll make more friends at school as well, all of which will lead to future success. We've had a few assignments so far in class. I've given her some extra time on a few of them, as I said, but whether she's given this extra time or not, she always submits her assignments in the window that I give her. And even if I give her extra time, she submits it in the allotted extra time and it's never late. Her grades show that she's consistently worked hard on her assignments, no matter what they are, as she's received an A on every single assignment so far, which is really good. I've also seen a very good amount of improvement in her area of participation as well. Caitlin started out hardly participating at all, and she'd only respond to me if I was talking to her directly, and she was more apt to even talk to me only when I was speaking to her first. She did not speak with any other students in the class as well at all early on, but she's progressed to the point where she seems very comfortable coming up to me and talking to me or asking me questions. And I'm able to call on her occasionally as well and get her to answer a question in class if she definitely knows the answer. But the best source of progress is that she seems comfortable enough to talk a little bit with another student who sits close to her in class. They do not talk each other's socks off by any means, but Caitlin will respond to the student when she talks to her. I think it's normal for everyone to be slightly nervous when they go into a new environment with new people, and this is just compounded for Caitlin. But with that being said, it's still very important for Caitlin's future and her transition that she learns to work and be in a cooperative environment and relationship with others. I've used a couple strategies with Caitlin so far in class that have had varying levels of success. The chunking of material has seemed to work relatively well for Caitlin so far. She may not be too interested in history, but having her write little summaries of each heading or headline seems to be improving her comprehension gradually. Caitlin also seems to be enjoying the process of making a mind map at the end of a discussion or lecture to summarize what she has learned as well. I think both of these so far have improved her comprehension, and she's able to remember things and organize her thoughts much better. Group activities overall have been a hit or miss so far. Caitlin will cooperate and respond to the girls she sits close to, but she does not feel quite comfortable in a larger group yet. She's also not very comfortable in a large class discussion. So I plan on getting Caitlin acclimated to working with a couple more students in a smaller group setting first. I think this is the most important and the easiest thing. Um, to add a couple more students to already her partnership with the other girl next to her. And I think this will also help with her comfortability in a large class discussion because as she gets more comfortable with more people in class, she'd be more apt to provide her own opinion or answers throughout the whole class in big discussions because she's just more comfortable overall. I've also been utilizing the UDL framework for lesson design since the beginning of the year. This means that I give all my students different options for learning the content, options for assessing what they know, and options for engagement or motivation with the content. Caitlin seems to respond well to this, as it gives her a feeling of comfort and choice in class. I also tell the class, and I give Caitlin a specific schedule of what the week and days in it will look like, so that she knows what to expect. This makes Caitlin very comfortable in class. She knows exactly what's going on and allows her to focus on other things rather than worrying about what's going on next and what we're doing and when we're doing it. I think it's very important that we stay in communication with each other this year. It's important that we stay in constant communication with each other throughout the whole school year. That way, we'll both be able to provide assistance to each other so that Kaylin can move further towards success in her transition to the world outside school. Here's my contact information, and I encourage you to contact me with any questions or concerns you have. I fully believe that we can make sure Kaylin succeeds not only in my class, but in her transition as well. I think the main things we need to work on are just her comfortability and communication with others. I think she's a very diligent worker, which is going to lead to great success in post-secondary education and in her career. And if we could just focus on the social skills, she'll be successful in her life. And I fully believe that we can do that, and she will be successful in her life. And with our help, I think we can make it happen. Thank you.